In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash, the old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are two and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Megovanen, wel met. I am Agarwean MD, proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades I have pursued these secrets, practicing alchemy and bloodcraft even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherian, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfenkind. That I've been transported a complete elven lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Moloko. I'm an Arakakra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Sorry, was Baron Stoneface. It's Riz. I'm a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. I woke up in a crater in a different world, with 3 kind strangers. My pendant was warm to the touch. What in Ioun's name is going on?
In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash, the old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are 2 and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Megovanen, wel met. I am Agarwean MD, proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades I have pursued these secrets, practicing alchemy and bloodcraft even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherian, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfin kind. That I've been transported a complete elfin lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Moloko. I'm an Arakakra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Sorry, was Baron Stoneface. It's Riz. I'm a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. I woke up in a crater in a different world, with 3 kind strangers. My pendant was warm to the touch. What in Ayun's name is going on?
In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash, the old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are 2 and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Megovanen, wel met. I am Agarwean MD, proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades, I have pursued these secrets practicing alchemy and bloodcraft even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherian, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfenkind. That I've been transported a complete elven lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Moloko. I'm an Arakakra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Sorry, was Baron Stoneface. It's Riz. I'm a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. I woke up in a crater in a different world, with 3 kind strangers. My pendant was warm to the touch. What in Ayun's name is going on?
In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash, the old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are two and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Megovanen, welmet. I am Agarwean MD, proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades, I have pursued these secrets, practicing alchemy and bloodcraft even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherian, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfin kind. That I've been transported a complete elfin lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Moloko. I'm an Arakakra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Sorry, was Baron Stoneface. It's Riz. I'm a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. I woke up in a crater in a different world, with 3 kind strangers. My pendant was warm to the touch. What in Ayun's name is going on?
In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash, the old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are two and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Megovanen, welmet. I am Agarwean MD, proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades, I have pursued these secrets, practicing alchemy and bloodcraft, even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherian, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfin kind. That I've been transported a complete elfin lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Moloko. I'm an Arakakra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Sorry, was Baron Stoneface. It's Riz. I'm a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. I woke up in a crater in a different world, with 3 kind strangers. My pendant was warm to the touch. What in Ayun's name is going on?
In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed.
Damn.
It is a damn.
Now we're live. Okay.
We are alive. Man, my stats suck.
Welcome, all 5 people, of who I think there are 4 among us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Exactly. Well, we decided to start and stream our story for the 2 people that are listening currently. I think. Welcome. As you have heard probably in the intro, you know a bit about the characters. They have currently found themselves in a strange sealed temple of sorts. And currently they have entered a large open space with a giant purple portal in the middle. And there is, not currently with the party, but there is, in theory, an extra person in their group. A skull called Christophelis. He's just hanging around sometimes.
Chrissy P.
Anyway, last session you made your way through a few rooms, demi-planes, where you got stuck and had to solve. The first one you had to solve a riddle, something with time. And then there was a large bridge with a giant statue in the middle and a somewhat strange white pale elf fighting it with 2 flesh monsters, of which you had already seen one larger version.
Like paler than a normal elf.
I'm still very salty about the fate of the Dark Elf. The one that had all the answers, maybe, that I needed, and now he's been Moloko'd.
Yes, one of you, the bird in specific, critted on the elf and send it into the shadow dimension. Yes. And yeah, currently you find yourself in this large open space.
I should have stopped you. So, for, the people who are listening, this room is very purple, isn't it? Says the bird. Surprised you can even talk. So, I would like to see if, first of all, if there's any immediate danger as we enter this new room.
You do not see anything moving or seemingly alive in this room.
Bragi sees something glowing, so he's like, "Oh, ooh, shiny."
You just go straight up to it.
The giant portal is pretty much very glowing. Moloko would probably see that you are in a very large room and you're floating. This island, or this chain of islands, is floating in a very vast cavern. And you see a few different lights in the distance as well.
Do we see the fact that this like main platform is being kept up by giant chains?
Whilst it is being kept up by chains, it's not tethered to anything. The chains aren't tethered to anything. And the chains are also not taut, so there is no weight on it.
That is interesting. You just go straight for it.
Let's just book it.
All right.
Okay. There is nothing alive. You do see a few 4 stones. You can see them on the map, but for those that are listening, a few rocks. The rocks themselves are black, but they're colored slightly purple because of the hue of the portal. And there is a connection, a static connection between each of them and the portal.
So there's like to the one that's furthest left and furthest right. There's also a static electricity going, like purple energy or something.
Yeah, these as well.
Okay. Underneath the platform, I do see something that reminds me of like a hobbit door, I guess.
Exactly.
Sorry, a halfling door. Is there any writing anywhere, especially on the door, but like anywhere in general?
It's not writing, but there are symbols, or the symbol that you're looking at, the halfling door, is the same as in the middle of the symbols where Moloko is standing currently.
Okay.
An intricate pattern of circles and arrows. You're not quite sure what to make of it.
Brag is gonna touch it.
Okay.
Fair.
You touch it and nothing happens. It's just a carved symbol.
Alright, we're good, guys. Time to book it.
Does it remind me of anything?
Make a history check.
All right. I should probably have.
I'll wander back towards you and give you some guidance on that check.
I have already rolled, but thank you anyway. My apologies. I was very ready to make that first roll. I will be very honest and reveal that I started rolling and was like, oh, wait, I don't have my character pulled up yet. But I got it now. That's a 17.
Ooh.
Okay. You have a faint recollection that similar kind of patterns were found near or on waystones, specifically waystones in the Fey realm between realms.
Specifically between the Fey realm and the material plane, or just between the Fey realm and other planes?
Other planes.
Other planes.
Not just specifically the material plane.
Since we're pretty spread out already, I will kind of like shout this towards the rest. Like, hey, this looks like a giant waystone portal thingy.
Okay. You step into the portal and we'll get to you later. The others, you see him suddenly disappear.
Can we get an F in the chat? Someone died already.
Yeah, let's hope that's not a portal to the negative energy plane.
Like where the shadow dragon came from, like
Oh, no.
2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
Oh no! Where did the bird go? Where did he go? Oh no!
I
Oh
think
no!
we should just follow him in case it's a dangerous place and he needs help.
Yeah, I'll say like Bragi as he like diving off like a dive plank in a swimming pool, like just jumps into the portal.
Okay.
Oh god.
Agarwean is just gonna look around the massive construction around him. I feel like this place could have so many answers to so many questions I'll dare. And yet, there's no time at all. Surrounded by so eager folk. Fun, fun, fun. And I'll walk into the portal.
I would like to inspect the gemstones that are near the portal before I go through. I need to see what it's about first. I cannot not.
Okay. Make investigation check. Or a history check. No, an investigation check.
Investigation, alright. Oh, that's a natural 19 plus stuff. Investigation. That's a 25 total.
Okay.
Nice.
You have seen similar kind of stones being used as types of weapons by those of the Shadowfell that invaded the Feywild
Oh,
in
no.
a not too distant past.
Okay. So these are energy housing weapons, basically, or
They can be used as weapons, but they are also the building blocks and the foundation of the Shadowfell.
Oh my god, put them on a crossbow and you got a portal gun. Shit. Do they look like they can be taken, or are they like very solid to the pillar that they're on?
You're unsure if it is smart to touch it. You can certainly try.
Can I just stick my head through the portal to see what's going on with the rest?
Uh,
I'm gonna try that. I don't know if
Okay.
it's gonna work or if I'm gonna get sucked in, but I'm gonna try to just stick my head through.
the moment you touch the portal,
Ah.
you're through
Damn
instantly.
it.
You find yourselves in the middle of nowhere briefly, and suddenly on solid ground, and all around you there are flashing lights. You are waist deep in shadows or some black liquid, but it doesn't feel like liquid. It feels like air, but you can't see through it. Around you, the same type of black stone that you saw at the entrance of the portal. And all around you, above you, you see shards of buildings and rock floating and rushing around in the middle of a storm as you barely can make out any other sound than the strikes of lightning that flash all around you constantly.
Fuck.
I empty my water skin and like put some of the black ooze was standing in it.
Okay. There is not.
How wonderful it is to walk into places where we've no idea what we're going, isn't it, Moloko, Bragi?
But at least the one thing we can be certain of is that we can walk.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest flying in this weather. Lightning is attracted to the path of least resistance.
And we need to be very careful. We need to stick together. How many of you have heard about the Shadow Realm? The Shadowfell? My apologies. This is not Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, when the sun shines, I see my shadow. That counts.
Yeah, imagine that there's no sun and just shadows. It shouldn't work, but it does. We are in a very scary place. Thank you, Birdman. We need to get out of here as soon as possible. I don't know. You're the one who brought us here. Think of something at least, or try to.
I have an idea. And instead
Okay.
of walking on my 2 feet, I go walk on all fours, so I'm like just below the surface, so no one can see me.
You go hippo mode.
Okay.
Safe travel.
Riz and fuck. Agarwean.
That's me.
You both see them disappear after a few steps. They just disappear into the shadow.
But
Everyone,
Agarwean.
stay close together. I'll try to grasp for.
Okay, make a dexterity check for me.
grab the hippo still.
Wonderful 9.
You lunge at the hippo or the bird.
Hippo's the bigger target.
Okay, you lunge at the hippo and you miss. You just go through the hippo. And whatever was the hippo just turns into shadows and disappears.
I think out of excitement, you probably still see my like my hippo tail wagging like above the shadows, but like yeah, the rest of the hippo is gone.
Like a
It's just-
submarine.
Yeah, exactly. You just see like a happy tail flopping about with like nothing.
I'll turn around and hope that Riz is still within eyesight of me.
You're about 5 or 10 feet from each other.
At what point do we stop following and just try to get out of here on our own? Because I don't know. This is scary.
Well, yes, because for you things have changed, but I'll first wait if I can do you first. I can bring you up first.
Agarwean, do we follow?
Whatever we do, we're going to stick close together.
Honestly, grab my hand, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, that's not the worst thing I've done to you, so let's go.
I mean, carving runes into someone's skin will do that to a person. Like there's a bond there now. Yeah.
There's a special bond.
And then we step into the shadows, I guess.
Okay, you step into the shadows and you feel yourself being immersed entirely in shadow and everything is black. And suddenly you find yourselves on a very small floating island far above the storms that you saw.
Huh.
And around you, more of those shards and floating islands and pieces of what once was probably a functioning society. You see tall structures collapsed at an angle, but weirdly, a lot of spikes come from all of the structures, and everything is pitch black. But now everything beyond that is white and completely empty and void. Above you and in front of you and behind you. But beneath you, you see a large storm and you see the flashings of lightning.
Is it similar to the storm on like the material plane?
It is very similar.
Ooh.
Yeah, you are all on, except for Riz and Agarwean, on different floating islands, but you're not too far from each other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they take the ball. Take the ball out.
The ball? Which ball?
I forgot. Oh,
Wait. Does Bragi have that one?
I think we put it in Bragi's bag of holding, right?
I don't know. I just wrote down orb.
Or
But Bragi doesn't have the bag of holding. Agarwean
Wait,
has the bag of
no,
holding.
wait, indeed, Agarwean has it.
Because you have the bag of
Yeah,
infinite spaghetti.
Oh, yeah.
one
You
is,
can just
to be
pull out a
fair,
bowl of infinite spaghetti.
one is more important than the other. I get it. The Yorb.
Or what? Wait. Before I do so, what is your plan exactly? What do you expect to happen?
Yeah, this
This,
is a very evil place.
yeah, this more seems like a mass burial site, a place of great destruction, and a horrible fate befell to the shadow people that once roamed these lands.
I mean, never hurts to try, I guess.
It never hurts to try. How do you think we got here?
And did it hurt? Yes. Yes, it
It's
did.
not a great thing. I'm not happy to be here. Are you? I mean, I
If
might.
you directly see a divine entity, I'm more than willing to share the memories of the fallen god with it. Right now, I feel like that would be like lighting a torch in the black of night, surrounded by bandits and worse.
And like lamp oil. I think we probably should just see if we can go forward. But before that, very important question, DM.
Yeah.
Do we see any shadow dragons?
Make a no. I wouldn't say you see any dragons. The contrast with white would make it very easy to spot one.
Okay.
You see an area devoid of any life.
So, another important question for the DM. Can Mr. Sir Christophilus still hear us if we talk to him?
You can try.
Mr. Sir Christophilus.
There is no response.
That little shit when you need him, he's not here.
I think we're not there, to be fair.
Nah, he could have followed us, but he was like, oh no.
Are there any? He's smarter than that, I think.
He's all talk and no bark.
Do hippos bark?
I mean, if I want, I can. They no. It's one of Bragy's specialties, and you don't lay out your specialties right away.
I mean, if nothing is what it seems, step off the platform without flying. Oh God, that was a joke!
As you step forward and you step over the platform, you find yourself at the nearest platform in that direction.
I meant to say that. See, I was right.
Very brave there, Moloko. I respect that. Very humorous. Riz, also well played.
I will try the same in a platform, like going in a platform that will go close to Moloko.
Look,
Carefully.
I do understand your willingness to bluff. However, may I remind you that in a place like this, most common rules of expectation you may foresee do not apply at all.
Moloko,
Meaning,
even with your good ears, you barely hear anything. There is something that makes sound not travel too far.
Moloko, can you hear me?
Okay. You orientate yourself in their direction, and as both Riz and yourself are walking basically towards each other, you walk past each other, and you briefly, as you are both suspended in midair or in between platforms, you briefly feel each other. You feel a resistance, but then just pass through.
Whoa. Were you just in me?
Yeah.
Dude. God.
I think Bragi probably sees that happen, and he's gonna do the same. He's gonna keep walking in a straight line, but every like few steps he puts like a tiny splatter of spaghetti down to see if anything changes on this path.
Okay.
Does the spaghetti teleport with him?
The spaghetti in his hand does, but the spaghetti on the ground just stays there.
Fair. I stay put.
Okay. You manage to move closer to each other.
Nah.
Still at the other place.
do you want me to join you, or shall I stay and see if anything dangerous comes for you first?
Yet again, you barely hear anything.
Yeah. Bragi has seen that like the spaghetti on the ground stays the same. Like, you know, he drops like a big amount of spaghetti. He writes down "stay here," together, and in the hope that everyone sees that and just goes to the same place.
Okay. You receive hand signals.
Like an emotion.
What are those?
Okay, I'll try to join them.
Okay. You two move off the platform that you're standing on, and you feel the sudden rush of displacement.
And you plummet to your death.
Yes, you're falling
Raising
down.
themselves. Just, whee!
You figure that something, or perhaps the plane itself, is turning you briefly into shadow and just transporting you to the closest shadow or object that could form shadow, and that is the nearest island, which you now join with Riz and Moloko.
After like this sudden movement, Agarwean swiftly is going to make like a tiny little pinprick on his right pinky finger and see if his blood is still as he knows it, or if he's been altered in any way.
Your blood still flows, and it's the same that you can remember. It has the same color, it the same feeling, the same consistency.
Okay. Okay, good. So this placement doesn't affect us directly. Yet. Where is Bragi?
Good question.
You can
Bragi-
see Bragi forming a heap of spaghetti on one of the islands.
And what is he doing?
Bragi just wants to gather everyone who will not apart. So he hopes a big pile of spaghetti will get everyone's attention, and he sits very, very happily just waiting, kicking his feet in the air on top of the spaghetti pile.
On top of the. Okay.
Bragi, you suddenly feel a shift in the spaghetti, and you swear there is less spaghetti than there was when you put it there.
Important question though. Can the spaghetti disappearing, can I restock it quickly enough with the infinite bag of spaghetti?
I'll say you can't.
Oh.
Ooh. Then probably as soon as they walk towards me, they just see like me slowly lowering myself without me even noticing it.
And suddenly you find yourself sitting on the black stone.
Do we see like spaghetti going anywhere?
You see the spaghetti just disappearing from beneath him in fairly large chunks.
Is something or someone eating the spaghetti? No, there's not more stone forming, right? It's just
You do not see any excess stone appearing.
Okay.
It seems you're simply feeding the shadows, which is either very, very dumb or very wise.
I'm making
Well,
making
well,
What's
friends,
the question with Bragi?
making friends everywhere I go.
Oh. I walk towards Bragi.
Okay, you move yourself across the large gap between your island and Bragi's island, and you arrive. And suddenly, as you look around, you can briefly, for a moment, see in the middle of, as you are in the middle of the expanse, you see large black tendrils appear underneath the island that Bragi was on.
Was on.
Well, is still the one you're moving towards. And you see it almost appears as if the island has twisted the spaghetti that it had consumed, and it's now being produced from underneath it, but it's much larger and completely black, made of shadows.
As soon as I arrive at the island, I grab Bragi. Run, the island is alive! And I try to run towards where I just came from.
Okay.
With him, like, pulling on his arm.
Okay. As you pull him, you feel yourself being traversed over the expanse. But Bragi just falls as your arms become shadows, and he just falls out of your arms down towards the storm at rapid pace.
What?
Fuck, Bragi!
What? Yeah.
Moloko, this is your cue.
I hope you're strong enough to fucking catch a hippo.
Okay. You jump and you feel that you're no longer being pulled as a shadow. There seems to be it seems to be a direct cause of walking, but being pulled or just jumping off, you fall through. And you're currently heading towards the hippo that is rapidly descending.
I think Bragi in the meantime he just starts humming like, I don't know, always look on the bright side of life. Like,
Okay.
just
You're
vibing.
plummeting to your death and you're singing always look on the bright side of life.
Moloko, you appear. You're probably slightly faster, actively diving down, but you can't make it in time before he falls into the storm. And as you rush through the storm, you're both forced to stand still. You're in the middle of the storm and lightning is flashing around you, but you're forced still. You cannot move anymore.
Hey, how you doing? it kind of seems sure we are in a slightly awkward predicament over here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened. Hey, hello, can anyone hear me? Why the frick am I here? Hello? Does anyone respond or anything?
Agarwean and Riz wouldn't be able to hear you. You're too far.
Gosh darn it.
Make a strength check for me.
Agarwean is trying to move towards Riz.
Okay.
And just, if I arrive there, go, well, that was inevitable. Kind of look down into the void where Bragi and Moloko fell.
Okay, you're both now looking down at the same side of an island.
It only has 120 feet range, but I will try to cast message in the general direction that I saw Moloko fall or fly to, and say, "Did you get him? Are you guys okay?"
There is no mind to.
They're dead. Shit.
Yeah, I think assuming the thing ate the spaghetti, whatever it may be. I think I'm just gonna keep feeding it spaghetti until it's full. And spits us out.
Okay.
God.
You try to move your wings, and very briefly you get a slight movement, but then you're stuck in a worse position. You're currently just being. You're in a bit of an awkward position with your wings like out, but still stuck, as if you're stuck in some kind of quicksand or mud, is what it feels like.
Oh no.
I'm stuck in a pickle,
Yeah.
Morty.
Yeah, guess I can give it. Guess I can give it a go. I'll go out Moloko and try to yeet him in the air.
Are you trying to get out yourself? Because you're not right next to each other. You're a little way apart.
Yeah, then I'll probably first try to get out myself. Indeed.
Okay, make a strength check for me, please.
Strength. Where are your strength? Oh, I stay here. I was like, yeah, all hope is lost.
You try to force yourself out and use your hippo strength, but it fails you, and you are only getting more and more twisted and stuck inside this quicksand consistency.
I don't like this.
You do feel yourself, as you try to get out, you feel yourself being pushed in more, and the distance between you and Moloko widens. Yes, you can try.
In the meantime, is the tentacle monster growing bigger or closer or?
There is more. There are more and more tendrils coming out of the bottom of this. Now, it was a very small island, but it's now become a very tall island because of these very strange tendrils.
What say you, Riz? Shall we make our way as quickly to the city as we can? There's very little we can do for our, no pun intended, fallen companions.
Yeah, I don't think we should fight that thing. I think we should get away as soon as possible. Let's go. I just step off a platform into the opposite way of the tendrils.
Okay. You make your way around the platforms and you see more and more rubble. And you get the feeling that you are stuck in a very small space suddenly. Because more and more of the sites that you're looking at become white and void. And the islands that you stepped off, some of them have disappeared. There are fewer and fewer options to go towards.
Quick question for the DM. How far away, like how much feet is Moloko away from me?
About 15 feet.
Yes. Bragi has an idea to try to get out again.
Okay.
Bragi is gonna cast Thunder Wave on the ground beneath him.
Ooh.
Okay.
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in the 15 cube originates from you must make a blah 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 constitution saving throw. On a failed save, creature takes 2d8 damage. And here comes the part which I kind of wanted to use it, and is pushed 10 feet away from you. So technically, like I don't know if like if that counts for like the thing we're stuck in, but like it gets pushed 10 feet away from me. So I'm technically be loose.
Like pushing him unstuck.
Okay. I'll allow it. But I would like you to make an Arcana check
Yeah, let me do that.
to aim correctly and to work out the powers
yeah.
of the spell.
6.
Okay.
No. No.
With a 6, you get the idea that it technically it could happen. But you release the thunder wave, and suddenly a rush of lightning from the storm appears around you, and one of the flashes comes right at you. I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you're currently stuck.
Oh no! Well, like Bragi starts, putting like the praise sign on his head, like an imaginary cross. As 10.
Okay. You take. Oof.
Oof, that's not a good.
That's not a good. No.
It goes oof.
21 points of lightning damage.
Oh no!
Oh!
As a bolt of lightning just streaks straight through your body, but you do manage to get somewhat free. You are blasted out, and you feel yourself being able to move. It's as if you're walking on a cloud. But the cloud sometimes tries to pull at your feet, but you manage to move often enough that it doesn't drag you down again.
Oh yeah, he's just walking very fast, like he's like walking on the water. Like, you think you can walk on water, but he's just stomping very fast in the case you don't, in the hope you don't fall down. That's what I'm doing on the clouds.
Okay.
It's very cartoony in my mind's eye.
Exactly, that's the point. So in the meantime, when I'm stomping, I'm like I don't like this at all. And I'm
Crispy hippo.
exactly. I'm gonna do 1-2 buckle my shoe. I'm casting healing word on myself.
Okay.
Hello, spell. Please work. Spell doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Right, I don't want to do that. I want to cast it. Not the description.
Roll20 is very hard to use.
And it actually is. It says. Wait, maybe we can try this.
That's why I don't
Oh,
use it.
it doesn't want to do this. Hello, let me cast healing word.
I think you just need to type in /roll and then 1d4.
Oh yeah, it's 1d4 plus 5.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Yeah.
His charisma is 20.
Wait. I think got fixed. Healing word. Yes, 1 to buckle my shoe. That's a plus 9 health.
Yes.
Oh, let me quickly add that once again. Then I am back to 21. 21. Much better.
Moloko, you see the static around Bragi, and it seems to be the static that is causing him to be released from this. Well, I don't know, but he's running around.
He's practicing. Yeah. All right. And I just start, quick stomping very fast towards Moloko.
Okay.
On the clouds.
Moloko, you notice that as he's coming closer, the thing that is keeping you stuck is getting softer and softer around you, and you get more and more wiggle room. And as he's right next to you, you can make yourself unstuck. Okay.
Damn.
Back at full.
Oh, thank you. And he probably doesn't like it, but yeah, I'm gonna do it regardless. He hugs Moloko like, yep. Oh, thank you. I'm back to my usual Bragi self.
Okay.
Try to escape a hippo hug. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Immediately, let's go.
Almost crushed your thin bones.
Hollow bones, right? Worst D&D character ever. Give a high five, breaks his arm.
Boom, and he's dead.
Yeah, you're currently standing on what feels like quicksand, but because of Bragi's static nature currently, the quicksand has trouble actually affecting you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really fond of this pit, so I kind of want to get out of here real quick. Ooh. Yep, yep.
Okay.
In the meantime...
Yes. Okay, as you fly up, you see that the islands that you've fallen off, they're gone. And you see only islands in very far in the distance. Only in the stream? Oh.
In the stream.
No. But you were probably moving around in the storm. You were being moved. And the islands have not moved with you. You see a few quite far, the islands, but you don't have a clear sight of Agarwean and Riz, but you know where the islands are. Okay. Agarwean and Riz, what do you do as you are making your way from island to island?
Do we stick together first off? I would imagine so. Agarwean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Stay together.
Do we have the feeling that the tentacle island is either following us or interested in us in any way, or
Make a perception check.
oh god, that's not great. That's a 10 total.
The island is most of the islands that you've stepped off. They have disappeared, but that island is very much still there. But it's quite far.
Okay.
It does seem to have grown quite a bit. More and more tendrils have come out now, also from the top, and it has become a lot more bulbous. And from a lot of the tendrils, spikes have grown, and it does seem that the tendrils can move, but you do not know if the island itself is able to move.
What do we need to do anything against that, or do we just keep going, running, leaving?
I mean, what is there that we can do from this distance?
We could try to attack, but I feel like that would be a really bad idea.
Let's not draw attention to ourselves.
Ooh, actually, wait. New skill coming through. New skill who dis. Do I get the feeling that this is Fey Fiend or Undead?
You do not get a sense of any.
Oh. I feel like that's worse than knowing that it's undead or something. Shit. Any portals anywhere?
Make a perception check.
You never know. That's a 13.
Okay. You see a faint blue. Let me check if it's blue. I believe it is blue. Yeah, you see a faint blue
Light.
shape, a hue, a light. Among many, on one of the islands, you assume, among many that are still in front of you.
I point towards that direction. Garwin, I think we need to go there. At least it's not white or black.
Absolutely worth a shot.
One less turnaround message.
I'll guide you. You can need any.
I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but 120 feet just in the general direction of where I last remember Bragi and Moloko being.
There is no mind to connect to.
I cannot find them. Oh my god. Do we go down or do we... No, we go to the light. We should go to the light.
Let's go towards the light.
Like moths to a flame.
Yeah.
Lamps to a
Lamp.
Lamb.
Lamp. Yeah, exactly. Lamp. Ooh. A question for the young, for Bragi. Can Bragi see the tentacles as well from the place where he is at the moment? Still stomping the fucking cloudy clouds, I guess?
Yeah, they are a bit far, but yes, you can see that there is an island in the middle of nowhere. The other islands have disappeared for you. And there is a very, very strange tentacle like island.
Okay. Bragi has an idea. Bragi takes out his flute and he's gonna try to snake charm the freaking tentacle to lift him out.
Okay. I would say make a performance check.
Should be no. Should be. That's a 15.
That's persuasion, not performance.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry. Fuck. Also a performance. There we go. Performance.
I believe it's the
Let's go!
same.
Oh, you
that's
rolled
the
the
same.
same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay. You
Shit.
the you assume that creature or island or thing to be able to hear. It doesn't appear to be focusing on you currently, but it almost seems to dance along the song, its tentacles moving, changing its patterns and changing the tempo to match the song.
Oh yeah. At least it's not chasing the others, I guess.
But it doesn't seem to be coming for you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. At least it's not chasing Agarwean and Wiz, I guess.
And Moloko, you see as you fly with your passive perception in the distance, two small collared creatures, as in with collar, among a canvas of black islands and white void behind it. And you see them rush over the islands, seemingly with a goal in mind. You gather them to be your pals. Okay. I would say that you're about the same speed as them, as they are traversing vast distances by just stepping into the shadow, and then having to walk briefly slowly across an island. You could dash, but I assume them to be dashing as well. I don't know.
I think we would, but I also think we would keep an eye on, because we know Moloko can fly. So
And there may be a giant tentacle monster coming after us that's currently
yes, that
making
also
very weird movements all of a sudden.
Okay. Agarwean would probably be the first to notice a small flying creature across the white void behind you.
Right, stop. I'll grab for his arm.
yeah.
Is
Is it a
that
monster?
spin you in the direction where I see something flapping through the storm? Could that be Moloko, or do we have new trouble?
Message as soon as he's in 120 feet range. Is that you,
By
Moloko?
that time, you would probably notice that it is
I mean,
Moloko. But he makes it in the range, and you cast message.
In that case, I would say, is everything all right? Where is Bragi? Oh, that sounds fine. He's dancing on clouds. There's a blue portal, and I point in the general direction. Or there's a blue U, sorry. A blue U somewhere over there. We're gonna check it out, see if it's a portal or something. Any ideas on how to get him out?
Mm, I'm
I
kind of scared to.
relay
Yeah, sorry.
I relay this information to Agarwean and say like, hey, any ideas?
Considering his view,
Uh,
no
No,
chances of him not be able to lift his powers, even though it's quite. Start mumbling to himself, coming up with some conclusion.
it's like no pressure, but you're the smart one.
We have plenty of ropes, right?
I think so, but not that much rope.
yeah.
Enough rope for you, Moloko, to get like in within 50 to 100 foot of him. Think you can manage that?
I got 50 feet. I whip out my rope.
In the meantime, I have a question for the DM.
Yeah.
Like I'm dancing on the clouds, but are there also like still like clouds around me?
Yes, it's there are indeed other clouds, yeah.
Is there a chance of meatballs?
I have an idea. If it is possible, just say so. But if I'm technically I'm still like static, can I just build like some imaginary stairs out of the clouds? I just walk upwards like fuck it.
You could try to climb up.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Riz, as you say that, you see orbs of black matter forming on top and around the island.
The tentacle island.
Yeah.
I pointed it. What are those? What are those?
And some of them start to float around it, and some of them drop down a bit, but they don't leave too far from the island.
Okay.
You look like trouble.
I don't know anymore. But good thing is Bragi is alive. Bad thing is how the fuck do we get him out of there? Especially if the orbs are trouble.
Bragi, make an athletics check for me to climb up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Dirty
With
20.
a 20, a dirty 20, you do manage to climb up the other clouds. You're not sure how far up you can get, but you now also start to see these kinds of orbs dropping down. And something in your mind reminds them of meatballs.
Oh god.
The tentacles being the spaghetti and the orbs being the meatballs of your
Are
delicious spaghetti.
the orbs also also black?
Yeah.
The first thing I'm gonna do is take the little like black gooey I yoinked with me out of my water skin and I put it on my head so I'm like black as well and I hope they don't see it. I won't know that I just walk away from it.
Okay. You cover yourself in black ooze.
Black ooze. I am one with the ooze.
You're higher up, but you're unsure where to go. You get the feeling you're spinning. The storm is one large storm that is just spinning around, and you're moving around the currently only island that you can see that is still growing larger and larger.
I don't think I see the vest.
I say out loud, closing my eyes, thinking really hard. Is there a chance of Bragi appearing right next to us right now?
Well, the chance is never zero.
Make an Arcana check.
Natural 20!
Hey, yo, let's go. Let's go. Yes.
Bragi, you feel a tug,
No way!
and you're suddenly next to Riz, but you're not, Riz, you're not in the place where you were.
Oh no, did I go down there?
You are currently on a very large, moving tentacle, halfway.
I think I'm riding this tentacle. I don't know. That sounds so wrong. Oh no. But like in a carriage kind of way. Think with me, Braggy. Think up. And I hold on to him. Think up.
You're thinking you're holding Bragi?
I mean, Braggy's right next to me now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hold Braggy.
Okay.
Like I'm not pulling him. I'm not doing that again. But
No,
I'm
no.
just, like I want to make sure that he stays close this time.
I've given up at this point.
I did
Moloko,
say it
you're
out
probably
loud.
the only one that can see two very small figures very far in the distance in the middle of a tentacle that is just dancing at a tune that is no longer being played.
Oh, that's a good sign. Where are they?
I think I'm honestly also just dancing on the tentacle.
Oh, shit.
But Riz, you think up?
Yes.
Okay. You appear on a tentacle slightly above
With or without Braggy?
without Bragi. Bragi isn't currently thinking up.
Braggy!
Yeah.
Think up!
The movie?
What's a movie?
Sorry.
Oh, the
Not
play!
canon.
I've seen that play.
I'm not gonna know, sorry. Yeah, and I just look up like, how did you get over there? What?
Look, and I say out loud, a balloon. I don't know. Do balloons exist in this world? Is there like, I don't know. It's a bad example. Shit. I can't think of anything on the spot right now. No. Oh no. If you think it, it happens. I thought I wish I was near Braggy and I was right next to you. So think I wish I was right next to Agarwean.
Bragi thinks very hard, and is very hard concentrating. He's like, portal.
Ooh.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Oh god.
Natural 20. Come on.
That would be the. Oh no.
Oh no.
Arcana.
A dirty 20.
Damn.
Okay.
The
Sorry.
Bragi luck is back.
Bragi's back.
You think of Portal,
All right.
and you're suddenly on a very large tree trunk
Mm.
with many mangled tree branches around you. And the rest of you see suddenly a tree trunk appear in between the islands that Agarwean and Moloko are near, and the very large, still growing island.
I think I wish it was next to Agarwean.
Okay. Make a Arcana check.
Oh, no shit. That's the 16 plus stuff. Plus 4. So
Okay.
30 20.
2020, let's go.
30-20.
My god.
You are next to Agarwean, and strangely, you are also next to Bragi.
Whoa.
And Agarwean, you're suddenly pulled out of your conversation with Moloko, and you're just next to a blue portal, and Bragi and Riz.
What the shit?
Where's Moloko?
You see the very large mangled tree dead where they are currently on. It suddenly appeared in front of you, between you and the very large floating island. Okay. You fly, and because you can fly, you don't need to use the shadow. You make it on this large tree trunk, and the mangled branches, a few of them form a portal, and you see a circle of some, what seems to be blue liquid within the tree trunk.
Like, we all see this? Or this
Yeah,
is
you're all on it currently.
I think we get a sample and then we get through the portal. Agreed?
Yup.
Do you have Garber, do you have any flasks or anything? I'm not well how do you say that? I'm not well prepared for this.
I mean, technically, Bragi has an empty water skin again because he's still covered in black ooze.
Ah.
There are still bits of black ooze in the empty water skin.
Gosh darn it.
I mean, you can still fill it with other things, but it
will
not
be
clean.
no.
Okay.
Well, I tried to fill his water skin. Thank you, and I tried to fill it with the blue goop, the bloop.
The blue.
Okay. The goop is not really goopy. It's has a very watery consistency.
Oh, okay.
As you do so, you see the portal briefly flicker.
Ooh, portal fluid. I put the I closed the water skin and shall we? All right. At the same time, please. I don't want to get separated again.
Let's hold hands and jump through.
I hold hands with Bragi.
Okay.
I swear, if we end up in another deadly place, you're all going in first.
Oh, fair. I feel like Moloko should go first.
So the three of you make it through together first.
I would have held hands with him.
Okay.
If it's deadly, I'm just gonna shove him into the great abyss beyond.
Well, you don't know yet because you.
True. Yeah. As soon as I see what kind of danger is ahead of us, I mean.
Okay. I would like all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's always good.
No.
Oh,
Plus
wonderful.
11.
Good old 6.
Oh, 13.
You each take 14 force damage
You're kidding.
as you appear high in the air, rushing towards water, and all of you freeze as you're falling, and you have the feeling that something dislodged the exact coordinates of the portal,
That's
and you
bad.
drop hard onto the water, which is a hard surface.
Oh,
that was the 14 damage?
I would have cast Feather Fall on us if I had even half the opportunity.
Make a a dexterity check, just straight dexterity with disadvantage.
Fuck you, because the first one was a natural 20.
Oh.
The second one is a 19 now.
Okay.
Oh, that is so good.
Okay. You manage to cast, or you manage to prepare the spell, but the spell fails. There is no connection to magic. You don't feel the weave.
Weave.
There is nothing to produce. You make the hand motions, but there is nothing happening, and you still plummet.
So as
yes, you all take 14 points of damage, even you.
as we land, let's call it that, or crash, I guess. The first thing that you guys would immediately notice is Riz just straight up broke his right arm, almost like a little bit of bone protruding. He's looking extremely rough. Like, he's not standing. He's like, ugh. I was.
Do you
I thought
still
you
have...
could fly.
The magic seems to be broken here. Nothing's answering my call. You can still try to use the potion I gave you, Riz. Maybe that still works?
Oh, right. I still have one, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
I will go for that. Yes, I sip a potion.
If it works.
Um,
2d4 plus 5 healing.
It is
make an
technically
Arcana check.
Oh god. That's a 18 total.
The potion, as you open it, it has the right glow. As you open it, the blood inside, or whatever the potion was, just vanishes.
Oh fuck. So it's now just basically just a normal liquid. It looks like a...
No. The liquid is gone.
Oh, the full liquid is gone. I thought just like the working ingredient left.
Nope. There is nothing left in the flask.
For the future, I legit stood up and took a few angry steps around my living room just now. Shit.
Fuck.
Do you mean this is a place where magic isn't even allowed to exist?
Okay. What is the medicine check? Yeah. Roll for medicine, then.
Ooh.
Okay. You get the idea that he's very low on HP.
Just like for your information, I was already half health when we started this session. So, fuck.
Why again? What did you do?
I don't fully remember.
I mean,
You little tangle with one of the fleshy beasts, I think.
Yeah,
Very
that's
well.
right.
Weren't they all like on the bridge
Right,
fighting?
the bridge
Yeah.
fighting, yeah.
Yeah.
I was the only one who took damage that fight, I believe.
Yep.
I'm
That's
the
why I
worst
was
rogue
surprised.
ever.
Like,
Save your spells. I don't think it's gonna work here.
Where
Where are we?
are we?
Moloko, you do manage to make like a strut of some of the things you had around, just to help the arm that has been clearly broken.
Oh, thank you.
It doesn't give you hit points, but it at least doesn't like bleed you further dry.
It makes it more manageable.
Yeah.
So where are we? What is this place?
The only thing you can see is endless water around you, and you're currently standing on this water. At least it appears to be water, but it's very reflective, and there doesn't seem to be anything underneath it.
I give the water skin that I put the portal fluid in to Moloko because he's closest to me. Swish it. Don't open it, but swish it around. Is it still there?
It is still there.
I'm afraid that if we open it, that either it's gonna fix everything or it's gonna just disappear, and I don't know which one we should do. Great, yeah. That's my. I was too curious.
I believe it's always the curious Riz that deals the most damage to the party.
Hey, Moloko was the one who just went through the portal towards the Shadowfell, okay?
Yeah, but that didn't damage the party.
Good enough.
It could have, yeah, certainly.
Do we see like the big fucking like portal archway thingy?
Yeah. You assume that that is where you were supposed to exit.
Okay, just in case, Bragi is just gonna he's not entering the archways or anything. He's just gonna like walk on like the steady ground that's like over there.
Okay. You see that it has a glow, but there doesn't seem to be anywhere to move through. It's just a stone
Like a closed
door. Yeah. Yes. For as far as you can see, the horizon just it continues on as this very
I think Discord just pooped the bed a bit.
Yeah,
Oh.
the Discord did the Discord thing again.
Oh, I didn't notice it, but yeah, no, there is very little light in the distance, but as far as you can see, there is nothing but liquid.
Seems risky, but also we don't really have anything better to do, I guess.
I would like to take a moment to see if we're dealing with water we're familiar with. Maybe there's something strange going on here. So if you would all give me maybe just a moment,
Of
I'd
course.
like to produce my alchemist supplies and see if I can take a sample of the water, taste it, see if it's pure or accurate or.
As you try to go for the water, it doesn't allow itself to be caught. When you put it in a flask, it just disappears immediately out of the flask. When you try to grab it, it disappears out of your hand.
Seems almost sentient in some way.
Hello, Waller. Hi. Hello.
Could I get a sense of what I'm dealing with here? Is this something extraplanar? Is this enchanted itself? Is this what is draining magic around here?
Make an Arcana check.
23.
Ooh.
You have the thought that everything in this place, wherever it is, does not adhere to the normal laws of nature.
I try to cast
You have
magic.
that feeling is around you, and you feel it's pretty dangerous, or it would be pretty dangerous to stay here for a prolonged time. You feel your breath becoming slower and harsher as you think about it. You feel the weight of your own body becoming heavier, and you start to hunch over a bit.
Yeah, something
It starts very slight, but it's getting more and more drastic.
something is draining our power. We had best get a move on swiftly as we can.
Yeah.
I am in. We book it.
Okay, you book it in a direction. The portal is a solid stone face. It doesn't. You can't really walk through it, but it may be able to be activated or. Make an investigation check for a button or a lever or a control panel.
Ooh.
You do see you can see it on the picture, but there is a pedestal that is jutting out. It's the only other thing besides the doorway itself. It seems to be missing some kind of thing atop of it. Yeah, you can't say for certain what it is, but it is missing something. That's probably what is powering. Maybe a key of some kind.
Orb. It could be fluid, could be orb. Orb would probably be a bad idea. I gave you the fluid.
The portal fluid.
Mm-hmm.
You pour the portal fluid over it, and whilst the portal fluid doesn't disappear like the potion, it just flows off of it.
Shit. Do we see a key anywhere?
Moloko, as you attempt to lift off, you just fall back down immediately. It seems you cannot get into the air from wherever you are here. Okay, make an investigation check.
Can I aid him?
You can give advantage.
Yee, I would like to do that. Hell yeah.
You do not find a key, but you do find very faint footprints in the dirt or the stone or whatever it is that the portal is on, and they seem to face. They start at the back of the door and they face away from it. Someone previously has walked into that direction, most likely.
I follow Moloko.
I
The
take
footsteps.
Bragi by the hand and follow the two of them.
Okay.
You were not
the
still
footsteps.
casting a spell, right, Agarwean?
What?
Were you still casting a spell, or?
No, simply identifying,
Okay.
trying to identify the fluids. It's beyond me.
Okay, got it.
Through alchemy, not through spell.
Yes,
Fair. Sorry. Yeah.
through the power of the mind.
Science.
You walk a few steps along the footsteps, and then suddenly it turns into that strange water. Do you continue? Okay. You continue on and you walk. The portal behind you vanishes out of sight because of the light. And it's strange. The portal gave off light, but now that you're looking back, it doesn't give off light anymore. It's not like a light on the horizon. You manage to maintain course. And suddenly you're at the end of the water and there is nothing beyond it. It seems to be a very large disk, and beyond it only black void. With your perception, you do not see anything beyond there. You can see the edge, and you can see that it goes down a bit. There is thickness to this strange liquid, but you do not see anything beyond there. No, you only saw the footsteps.
What kind of footsteps were they? Or is that too late now? That's probably too late.
Moloko would probably remember, but they seem to be similar size to, say, Agarwean's boots.
Very possible. If only we hadn't killed him.
No, who else?
Excuse me. We hadn't killed him?
I mean, let's not start this now. Let's get out of here before we die.
It just ends, and you do see that it goes beyond, but you're not sure how far down it is from here. Okay. You walk, and as you step over it, suddenly everything around you becomes very bright, and you can see a very, very white, like, it almost seems to be like a pure white screen around you. And as you look back to the water and to the group, they seem to be very dark, and they seem to be very small as you have moved in one step a distance that seems too far to be able to be reached. You do not feel the feeling of drain anymore. And as you look below you, you see very large, I want to say craters, but they're not craters. They're like, yeah, very large crevices. And beyond that, you see a very dark purple light. Oddly enough, you didn't step down at all, but you moved a very large distance with one step. And you're on a what seems to be an invisible surface. Maybe it's glass or something. But beneath that are these very large, almost wounds. I don't know.
I follow.
Okay. You all just saw Moloko disappear from reality, basically. But you follow, and you also step into this very bright white area, and you see that this is a pretty large room, but it is really a room. There are walls, but they are completely white, and there is a glass surface, and beneath it there are large cracks and crevices, and a very dark purple light shines through it.
Like a portal kind of light, or like is it similar?
It's probably a different place, but it could just be that it could just be the outside of wherever this room is.
Fair. Okay.
You do notice, however, if you look around throughout the room, the portal from here looks very small, and the entire disk of liquid looks very small, like a miniature in the middle of the room. And you can walk around on the glass. It seems to support you. And you see a few desks also made of glass and some
Desks?
papers. And you see some skeletons laying
Oh.
around.
I would immediately go for the papers.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
The
What
papers
language?
seem to be faded, but they are very good quality paper.
Do I
The
spot?
text on it seems a bit faded because the ink was probably didn't survive very well, but
A little bit.
Strangely
Riz
enough,
gets
the
a half
worst
job.
question we've asked ourselves today.
I will definitely grab the papers and carefully try to take them with me. Like I'm not careful not to tear or, yeah. I will try to do some restoration on it if we get out of here.
okay. Make an investigation check. Anyone that wants to investigate, or someone with advantage, if two people. Okay. You mainly notice the skeletons. These are probably people that died due to time. Yeah, they died. Oh, wow.
They're probably people that died.
They have a similar skeletal feature to perhaps elves. They're slightly thinner than humanoids, so maybe elves or half elves or something in that trend.
Dark elves. What?
Your spell goes through.
Hey, thank you very much.
Do you need any help setting that arm correctly, or are we sure that's magic?
I think Moloko already set the arm back at the giant
Oh, wonderful.
door thing.
It's fine,
And
yeah.
now we just fuse the bone together.
Why do you feel like you need to apologize for that? Yes, well, I'm just glad someone's able to help at any point. I'm glad you have similar talents as mine. Nothing to be ashamed of. You said
God, I
sorry.
wish I could heal.
No need to apologize.
Yeah, I mean the air doesn't feel as heavy here, so I think it's kind of safe. But also, there's skeletons here, so also not completely safe. Yeah, but I'm more thinking about why they died in the first place.
But
Yeah, so they might have been stuck here. And fine, okay. Too tired to go against it at this point.
Riz, do you go through the papers or do you just
If
stash
there's
them?
is there any eligible text on it?
Make an investigation check,
Hell yeah.
rummaging through the papers.
Ooh, that's not great. That's a investigation. I'm good at investigation. A 10.
A lot of it is not decipherable. It's illegible. It's just scratches. Some of them may also be literally scratched. Maybe there was some panic or something that caused them to almost tear into the paper.
Like they tried
There
to
is,
erase.
however, one set of papers that is slightly different from the others. The coloration of the paper is slightly darker. It seems to be slightly older. You also see that whatever it was written in was most likely Sylvan,
Ooh, I can read that.
and you a few bits and pieces of it. You can make out words such as plane, and then the next word is model, miniature, shard, and also about a portal, about another plane, and then a symbol that you cannot decipher at all. It doesn't seem to be Sylvan in nature.
Immediately show the symbol to Agarwean and anyone who's paying any attention to me.
Oh, Bragi's listening. He doesn't understand shit, but he's listening.
Do you recognize the symbol, maybe?
Yeah.
What languages does Bragi speak?
Bragi speaks not much. Let me quickly do a little bit of scrolling to my languages.
It's not dwarfish, right?
Nah.
It's not dwarfish.
Oh, wait, but language, where are you? Doesn't even say which language I speak. It's kind of interesting. I assume it's probably going to be like commenting something or other standard, but why doesn't it say where it is? Why does it say that?
Maybe you didn't choose them yet.
Which one
You
should he
forgot them.
choose, DM?
None.
Oh,
Braggy apparently understands, I think, this comment. It would be a very braggy thing to do, to be honest.
yeah.
That is very braggy. Yeah.
Um,
It's none of those. However, Agarwean, you parse it to be in the same script as Infernal,
Mhm.
but it's not a symbol that is common in Infernal. It's
I did,
more abyssal.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Like
quickly
a
googled it.
corruption of the infernal language.
Yeah.
I make sure to stash it very carefully so we can decipher it later.
Okay. Okay.
Is there anything on the skeletons? Any clothes or armor that you might recognize as like what they were
Agarwean,
doing?
if everyone's kind of settling in for a rest, Agarwean would be all over the corpses.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are very few remnants of the clothes. They have probably decayed with the corpse. There are some metal elements that still remain. They are silver, and you see on one of the under one of the skeletons there is a that seems to be a pin.
I'll very delicately remove that and
Okay.
investigate it further.
It is most likely a pin to notify status or rank. It's probably put on an official
Higher ranking person.
yeah, and a uniform most likely. It is made out of what you assume to be platinum. It could be worth something if you were to sell it.
I will put it in my pouch.
You do recognize that there is an inscription on it. It appears to be in Sylvan.
Anyone here familiar with the Sylvan language?
Yes, I
That's
am.
a script.
Hello? What is it? What do you have?
This seems to be signifying rank of some kind. I'm struggling. I can make out the scripts. The language, however, is lost on me.
I'll take a look at it.
Okay. There is a small inscription. It's written very small because it has to be packed with quite a bit of information, which is a bit weird for a fairly small pin. But most likely, the design of the pin itself would tell you enough, but the direct function is written on it. It speaks of chief researcher on the plane of negativity.
Chief researcher on the. I'm sorry, I'm writing this down. Plane of negativity. I read this out loud.
Research.
It's the pin says chief researcher on the plane of negativity, aka the shadow. Well, not again Yu-Gi-Oh, but like the Shadowfell.
Shadowfell.
There we go.
Is there
Agarwean, you know that is incorrect. That is an incorrect statement.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a different realm.
Yeah, the plane of negativity. You're correct in that they are closely related. Some say the Shadowfell is the negative mirror image of our prime material plane, which isn't quite the case. Where if you were to hold a mirror next to an object, you would get a reflection of it. That's what a Shadowfell is to our realm. However, how should I properly put this? the plane of negativity is more of an inversion of our plane. It's where everything you take away all that is positive from the prime material plane and turn it into not a mirror image, but actually the reverse, the antithesis of what is.
All right. So I wouldn't be Riz, but I would be Sir.
If you would be at all.
Ooh.
Oh no.
That's
For every positive thing there must be some kind of negative, and that seems to be created in the negative plane.
Since there's researchers here and Sylvan pins, do I remember if my father ever studied anything similar to this? Or if he had any friends, researcher friends, that might have visited, talked about it, anything?
You gather that if there is knowledge about these kinds of things among researchers,
Mm-hmm.
they're most likely either very, very old or are the very people that are skeletons next to you.
I mean, 900 years is a long time, so who knows? But it was far-fetched.
Could I
You gather these people are dead much longer than 900 years. If the
Ah,
clothes have been
yes,
decayed,
true.
it's been a little while longer than 900 years.
especially given they are in a practically bare environment as well. that takes a long time. Okay. Could I gather any hypothesis on why my kin would be so interested in harnessing the negative plane?
Bragi gladly hands some pasta. There you go, buddy. Enjoy it. Enjoy this greatness.
Agarwean, make a history check for me.
I'll give myself guidance on it because I can. My roll would still be bad. 1d4. That's 12.
You gather that these creatures are very alike elves, but reasoning that they write in Sylvan means that they're probably either a very old variant of elves. You know that the first among the elves on the world did write in Sylvan, but it has very quickly changed for the more modern Elvish because of ease of use. So these people are either maybe Fae or they are among the first of the elves noted in history.
Why would the first among my kind, I'll ask this out loud to the group, why would the first among my kind be interested in this negative plane? They had just left the Fae behind, judging from the writing. In Sylvan still.
I mean, if they are they are the first elves, but they could be just Fae. I know that, and I know I know it's similar and not the same, but I know that, for example, the Unseelie Court deals a lot with the Shadowfell. There was, or is, I don't know because it's been a long time. Um, a war between the Shadowfell and the Fey realm in general, but mostly the both Seelie and Unseelie Court. There's been a lot of turmoil between them. So Do you remember the purple stones that we saw like two weird portals ago? The one that led us to the Shadowfell. Though I'm pretty sure that was the Shadowfell, and not the negative realm or the plane of negativity.
If there was a war, I wouldn't be surprised if they were looking for weaponry.
Well, those stones are, or can be used at least for to power weapons. So maybe this was a research for harnessing the power of the plane of negativity.
It would make sense to develop a means to take away magic from Fae. That's the water we saw before, perhaps. And
Absolutely. Yeah, Fae are inherently magical, so it would hurt all the Fae and all of the Fae realm.
imagine their reaction seeing the two of us work together.
Yeah, my grandma would be very disappointed right now. She's old. She's from a different time. You know, you get it.
I am old and from a different time.
Yes. But as we said we were going to take a rest, so
Do you understand, Moloko, the meaning of what we've come across?
I mean, do you?
We have come across the remains of the very first of my kin.
it, it is an assumption, but it is a likely. It's an educated guess, I would say.
Yes, it could be. This place could hold secrets forgotten to my people.
Agarwean, considering what the dead goddess told you, it's more than a little likely.
More than a little likely that
they are your kind.
Yeah.
Considering what I don't know if you remember what she said to you. But yeah. You consider it to be most certainly your kind. Also, considering that you have a very, perhaps a bit of a biased look towards this, but
slightly, ever so slightly biased.
Yeah.
Oopty I can do.
I know these people.
But you also know what it caused, and just so that you're aware.
Mm-hmm. My people had divinity in their veins. They sought out new places, crafted new ideas, altered the world with their gifts. They have answers here that we can hardly imagine. There's power to be found here to restore my people to greatness. That's all I can hope for.
But look what I brought to them.
Death comes for everyone. To say, oh, look, they have died is meaningless if you ignore what they have found.
I am inclined to agree with Moloko. I'm dead tired. I need some shit eye. But I thought we were gonna take a short rest. But if we're taking a long rest, I get it. Does it seem safe to just spend 8 hours in a we don't know where in? Because I know, for example, time moves a little bit differently in the Fey realm than from the material plane. Do I have any feeling if that's the case here?
You have no idea what is happening. You don't even know where exactly you are. So
Or what plane of existence I am on?
yeah.
Before Bragi's gonna take a nap, he's slightly paranoid, because it reminds him of like the good old battle days. He's gonna destroy all the bones first before he's gonna take a nap, in case anything fucked up wakes up or something.
Okay.
We might want to do that after the rest.
But it's to prevent something from rising
I
during the
will
rest.
say it's dead now. I want to keep it that way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
not-
You're going to crush the bones of Agarwean's
Do not
predecessors.
desecrate these remains, Bragi. I warn
Yeah.
you.
So. It's going to be like very Bragi like he shoves it out or like on a pile and like in a long line as well.
Bragi, step away from the bodies.
He's gonna lie down and he's gonna make like a praying motion, like he's saying sorry, and he just starts holding like a freaking like big as a truck.
Okay, you're rolling over the bones?
Yes.
Okay.
I would stop him before that physically get in between.
Yeah.
Make
You could tell that if you want to anger a Garwin, that would be the way to go. He would not forgive you for that.
Riz, I would like you to make a strength check to try to move yourself between you and a 500-pound
I think
hippo.
I think I would fire a warning shot with my ray of frost. Actually, would that be like not at him,
Yeah.
but like right at his feet?
Okay. Make an attack roll just to see.
I like if I accidentally freeze one of his toes off.
Yeah, because you're doing this under a time constraint.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that's a 19 plus 4. That's a 23.
Okay,
Nice.
you managed to put it right between his small legs.
Bragi, do you still not understand what these remains mean to me?
So, Bragi, probably is assuming like the ice has between his feet. He probably like make like a slight tumble because of the ice while rolling, and he just rolls the other way. Nothing to
Okay.
see here. And he makes one final roll and then he goes.
I understand where he's coming from. I would not be opposed to physically checking the remains without destroying them, and if they react in a negative way, to crush it regardless. Would that be something you're open to? For our own safety.
Why do we assume these findings, these remains to be bad?
I mean,
I just escaped from a big island with tentacles and black, ugly, probably rotten meatballs coming towards me. I not taking any chances at the moment.
yeah, we've seen some weird shit happening. Undead skeletons attacking us in our sleep would not be out of this realm of possibility at all.
I will see if there's any magic in their remains currently. They have not responded to us investigating them so far. They would have struck those who dare touch their remains if
You
Again,
did
we're not
lift up one of them to carefully grab the pin.
carefully.
And you didn't notice anything strange at that point.
Is there any magic left in their remains? Can I check that?
I mean, you if you have something like detect magic. There is no visible magic to them. There is no sensible magic to them.
Does there happen
Just-
to be a pearl worth 100 GP nearby?
Yes. That's for identify.
Yeah.
I mean, you can identify if there is any magic on a creature.
I will use
If you
my I can, if this would cause some more calmness between all of us. I have at my, of course, the means to see if there's any magic lingering in this area, whether it's harmful or it's bound to these remains, would yet to be seen.
I just realized something.
What is it?
We also can just like shove all the bones in the back of holding, so they can't really attack as I do anyway.
No. We're not. If we don't have to, we're not disturbing their resting place, even if it's a weird classroom or a research facility or whatever.
Bragi, how do your people venerate the dead? Do they care about the remains of those who have lived? What do they bury them?
We try to make anything useful out of them, but otherwise we destroy them in case they become undead.
You're kidding.
Which was a pretty... that was a common occurrence, yeah, where you came from. That they started moving again.
Oh god, did we do a racism?
A bit.
Then at the same time he did a racism.
That's very true. We did.
We have a cultural misunderstanding which between us.
This once, I leave it be. I go to sleep,
Thank you.
and I turn around. If in the middle of my sleep I get disturbed, I cast shadow and I destroy all these freaking bones.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
And I go to sleep, but I'm slightly angry. You know.
That's a first.
Well, if he's not too bothered understanding my culture, I feel like I shouldn't be too bothered understanding his.
And
Maggie's still listening. What Maggie
Why is
really...
that relevant? Sorry, I'm missing the point. If there were, my people would have the means to deal with that. Why we instead venerate those that have passed, celebrate their wisdom and their strength. Then destruction is still not the direct answer. We seek restoration of greatness, not to cast it back into shadow. We seek to nourish what is.
Say Braggie's gonna like mumble. He's gonna mumble one final thing before he actually falls asleep. Slide Braggie back so him. I just hope they, I hope they just don't die like the rest of us died. Yeah, and he's leaving.
does any of us have the spell calm emotions?
The tensions are rising.
Yes.
Agarwean, you know in your culture it's when someone would be arisen again after death, they would most likely be guided into 8th Nian or Nian Val, which is the Forest of Souls, which is a place which has some similarities in the sense that it is to the plane of negativity, in the sense that it is a holy place for the elves and shows that there is a balance in the world. There must be some negatives for there to be positives.
Agarwean,
Yes. Life comes from death, and death comes from death. They're
Agarwean,
mirror images.
have a good rest, Moloko. Agarwean, I take out the papers that I just found, and I arrange them on the floor in a spot that we have, space, without, of course, disturbing any remains. And I ask
There's
him
plenty
to,
of space. It's not as if it's littered with.
with the bones of the dead.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of forgot that I can do this, because it's been a long day, but I do have a little bit of power left. So before I take my rest, I would like you to help me, as I comprehend languages. Use the spell, my last spell slot for the day. And
Okay.
I would like you to help me translate this and interpret these texts, if you wouldn't mind.
Gladly so.
As you saw before, most of it is written in Sylvan, but there are a few symbols and sigils and a few runes even, and weirdly multiple languages are used throughout. You see just in the prints as well that not everything was written by the same hand, that multiple people worked on these papers. The symbols that you couldn't decipher previously, of which most were abyssal.
Abyssal, okay.
Yeah. Most, not all.
Yeah.
They talk about negatives, but they also talk about infernals, and not in the sense it's not written in the same. Well, you wouldn't know. You would also only comprehend languages only gives you the ability to read as written, right?
For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes about a minute to read one page of text. It doesn't decode secret messages in text or glyphs.
Okay, it's not secret message, but you feel that the way infernal is written or arrives in your head is different from the infernal that you know are to be the devils and the demons.
Okay.
It's something greater than that, but you can't quite place it. And the very last symbol was, you didn't even notice that it was a symbol in the first place. It just seemed to be some kind of weird dot. But it is a very strange and very rare occurrence of deep speech, which is usually not written, but one can place a sign in deep speech. It's more of it has depth to it. You can't. It is clearly encrypted, but you can definitely make out that this is something. There is some knowledge written here, but it is being kept from you, specifically because the spell says you cannot read encrypted messages.
No, but I can try to decrypt it, right? Or decode it.
You could try, yeah.
I, of course, show this to Agarwean, aka, hey, can you help me decode this message?
To Agarwean, who doesn't have comprehend languages, it is a strange dot. It is a bit weird. There seem to be lines in it, but you can't really make out much. but for the rest, it seems to be a dot.
Okay, so that's not gonna.
Well, I can help you. I can't determine that the language on my own. The symbolism is quite lost to me, but you are practicing magic. I can spitball some ideas with you. Usually the meaning, you could say it depends on the context.
All right. I would also like to put my father's research next to it. Specifically, the little bit. Like, I know it's a tiny bit, like one little paragraph on the Black War and the war against the hordes of the War of Hell. From the
Okay.
second era, because I have an inkling that might be connected. I'm not sure. And as I try to decode it, I would also like to open the Eye of Ayun.
Okay. Yes. You mean the Dark War, or the?
There's because I have the thing that you sent me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the War of
the-
Hell. Yeah. Okay. The fourth battle of the gods. Yeah.
Yes, I feel like that's probably connected.
Yeah.
some way.
The thing that you note immediately is the word infernals in your father's writing
Mm-hmm.
also implies not devils and demons. It very clearly means the gods that had turned dark or evil. It is a belief that many of the gods had, all of the gods were created equal and without any
Alignment.
alignment, indeed. And some of them changed the way they saw the right path for the future of the world. When that happened and why that happened is unsure, but there became two camps roughly: the good aligned and the evil aligned. Though they wouldn't call, at least in the past, they wouldn't have been called good and evil. They would have been,
More like positive and negative, maybe.
Everyone thinks
in
they're
a
doing the right
sense.
thing.
What you slightly can remember is that the the purpose of the evil or the negative aligned gods would be to destroy the world before something. There was something going to happen and they needed to destroy it. That's their point of view, destruction. And the others is survival or some other kind of idea. What exactly you do not know, but some of the gods wanted to protect and the others wanted to destroy.
All right. So these texts are definitely a research on uh, the War of Hell, or at least it's connected. How, I'm not
Yes.
sure.
You gather that the text that you're reading was written before the text that the father's research is about.
As in, the text is older than, like, it goes back before the war. That seems unlikely.
And still, that seems a more plausible.
So this
It
could
talks what you assume to be the immortals or the infernals, sorry, on the text to the left, seem to be. It seems to be written as a recent event. And the war that is written in your father's research is the fourth war of the gods, in which the infernals were already in the planes beyond.
I immediately let Agarwean know that this is a text from the end of the Second Era, aka a bajillion years ago, and that this is basically confirmation that these are his people. Like now, it's not just a really good guess, but yeah, this is Adam and Eve, basically for his people, kinda, and that's as much as I can get. Also from the deep speech symbol, I assume.
Make an Arcana check.
Not
Try to decipher it.
not in.
And Agarwean, I would like you to roll for an investigation.
Aw.
I will give you guidance on your check.
That's a D4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Arcana, and this might be a bit of a shot in the dark, but does this have to do? No, Fey Fiends are undead. I guess not. Not.
No, technically not.
No. Okay. So the roll
But
itself.
what about your spell? The eye.
The Eye of
Blood
Yum
Eye.
gives advantage on investigation checks as the eye aids you in search.
I would allow that to be.
Are you sure? Because I just rolled a natural one.
Yes, I am sure. Yeah, it would allow you some aid.
In
this.
that, I'm not rolling the same dice again. I'm rolling a different die.
From now on, different die.
At least for this roll. And for Arcana, then that would be a 16 total now. Thank you. Oh, and the D4, which is a 3, so 19 total.
Okay, with the 19 and Agarwean, you briefly see Riz cut open. Oh yeah, I would like you to take one of your
Oh, the hemocryph
blood die and damage.
Yeah. Oh, that was an expensive roll.
Ooh.
That's 4 damage. I'm on 2 HP right now.
Wonderful.
As you see Riz painfully cut into his arm, the one that's broken because he can't move the other one.
Useless anyway.
Yeah, he can't move that one. So you see blood appear and then suddenly just disappear. And you see the eyes, Riz's eyes dart over and follow something, but you can't see what. And as he looks over the paper, it's as if he reads at a rapid pace currently. You, with the 19, you gather the words also are a bit strange. There are a lot of words that aren't really. You immediately get like, okay, there isn't a direct translation to them, so it's even more difficult. But it speaks about a shard was found and sealed for research. The shard shattered the dimension. In this case, you assume or you gather it might have been a pocket dimension. And the researchers were suddenly floating in the astral sea. There are a few more things that are maybe clearing it up, but you can't quite get to the meanings behind it.
Okay, and the astral sea. I don't know how much Riz would know about the astral sea, but my mind immediately goes to, you think it happens if you think hard enough. Kind of like what happened in the Shadowfell,
Yeah.
or what I assume to be the Shadowfell. Now I'm not sure. Does that ring a bell for us?
It movement would indeed through the sea itself or through the plane itself could be controlled through thought, and depending on how potent one's thought is, they could also move other things or create things within. But one needs to have a very strong mind to do that.
I'll, of course, immediately say this to Agarwean and let him know that apparently a shard shattered and yoinked the researchers into the astral sea. Maybe this is what happened to your people, but I don't know. Are we in the astral sea right now?
This place could be. This entire realm could be, perhaps. Although it makes very little sense because we know we are somewhat isolated, right?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe. Okay, I'm pretty powerless right now. Try and think something into existence, if that makes sense.
Think something into existence.
Like it's something simple, like moving a feet to the left or the right, or that might actually be dangerous. Moving an object a little bit with your mind.
I'll produce that pin, that platinum pin again, and hold it in my left hand and try to, like, put my palms both up, my right hand right an inch to the side of it, and will it to appear on the other hand.
Make a wisdom check for me.
Natty 1.
Nothing happens.
I guess we're not in the astral sea.
Probably not.
It was a good theory. But then where the hell are we? That might be a problem for tomorrow. This took a lot out of me. But thank you for helping me with the research once again. You're a great research partner.
So I've been told. I try my very best, and
your investigation did not come up with anything.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Happy to spitball this idea with you. But let's see what let's just meditate on these things for a while. You join the others for sleep. I'll try to keep my eyes open in case of any movements. Just
sounds like a plan. I crawl immediately into a little ball and just go straight to a deep sleep.
Okay, you all take a long rest.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. The bones did not wake up.
Aww.
Oh.
I wanted to fight your ancestors.
Oh, good. They didn't.
After we wake up, I try to concisely and in the simplest of ways explain the research that we did before I took the long rest. So basically, we know nothing more except that these people are very old and yes.
Well, yeah. Look at them. They kind of seem old indeed.
Yeah, but like we're talking ancient, like beginning of time kind of old. And they wanted to use a shard for energy, and it shattered and yoinked them into the astral sea. And in the astral sea, you can do things with your mind. So we tried that, but it didn't work. So I don't think we're actually in the astral sea. I don't know. Maybe we were, and now we're not anymore.
Whatever this place is, it holds clues to what befell my how the gods were created, perhaps why they choose their own paths, how the elves were involved in this.
But
There must be knowledge completely ancient, perhaps even the knowledge for us to create new gods, better gods, replace those that have wandered into evil.
I wouldn't go that far. But take it a step closer to our own situation.
As you say that, Moloko, you're the only one that notices that a small glowing orb of silvery light, has appeared in the miniature next to the doorway. The little, or the portal that had turned little when you stepped off of it. And you also see that the liquid has disappeared.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Did you repair it?
No.
Something good.
I think we should make use of this and just get out of here. Agarwean, are you ready to leave this place? That seems weird.
I'm assuming that Agarwean has, because have we taken a complete full rest at this point?
Yeah.
Then Agarwean would have spent 4 hours turning this place upside down.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So he'll kind of just nod to the other side. I found all I possibly can. I do not wish to disturb my ancestors any further.
You would have probably briefly thought that you saw change in the miniature in the middle of the room, but then
Is
nah.
the miniature of them? Is it just of the portal, or are there more?
It's the portal and the liquid, and at first you thought it was a disc, but there seems to be a chunk missing. Like there has, as if a bite has been taken out of it. Okay, you step near the miniature and you try to step on it, and you feel yourself shrink as you now stand back again in this very gloomy, draining place. Yep. The water is gone. You can see the portal, and there is no longer a stone face in it. It's just see-through. Okay.
I will do one last check with a gold coin and basically do the same thing that Agarwean tried before we went to bed.
Okay.
And try to move it with my mind.
Make a wisdom check for me.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Balance.
Okay.
It shoots
You
across the room.
You focus on the coin, and you will it into your other hand,
Oh.
and as it's moving slowly throughout, you feel the glass beginning to shatter, and
that was not
the
supposed to happen.
entire room is cracking and breaking open.
That wasn't me.
The coin does land in your other hand, but you're currently the glass has shattered, and everyone who was standing on the glass still is currently being pulled down.
Wheel yourself closely to the portal now, and I do it.
Okay. You succeed.
Thank you.
For the rest, I would like a wisdom check.
Moloko's
no.
already safe?
Moloko is already on the surface,
Right.
so
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
D&D Beyond is messing with me. It was floating over 17 for so long, and just tips slightly just to annoy me to a 9.
Can I retcon and say I thought of everyone being at the portal safely?
no.
Fuck.
Good try.
Did you say normal wisdom roll or wisdom saving?
Wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Just a normal wisdom.
Well, not gonna be much better for Bragi, but oh, never mind.
Ooh.
You manage to, though it is slowly, you are being pulled back up, and you're floating closer to the portal.
Of course, darn it, Bragi.
You're not.
But never mind.
You're not like teleporting, but you're definitely moving in the direction of the portal. No, you heard nothing. You're just waiting for your friends, and suddenly you see Baron or Riz shrink next to you and also just stand.
I fucked up. I broke the glass somehow. They're falling. They're falling. Please save them with your wings, Birdman.
You can no longer pass through.
Oh.
There is it seems like a sphere that is holding you back. It's like an invisible wall.
Again.
You also feel the entire this negative plane begin to hum slightly. It is probably, well, Riz would think that it maybe is sucking in power.
We are in the plane of negativity right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
I hadn't completely made that connection yet. Riz is a smart guy. I'm not.
Bragi, you see as Agarwean is just still being pulled. It's not very fast, but it's definitely being pulled as if being pulled out of a vacuum, but then a bit slower.
Bragi's honestly not entirely sure what he wants to do.
Okay.
Mental elixir?
What does that do again? Which one is that?
This is part of my long rest roll I just made. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. That is from your blood, right?
Yeah. And it's completely useless at this point. Could have been something great.
It could have been, yeah.
Currently, just trying to find my bearings, and Bragi would see the very starting expressions of panic in Agarwean's face, because he's trying to orient himself to a point of safety, but not finding any that he can will himself to.
I just willed the coin from my right hand to my left hand because I wanted to check if we were in the astral sea. And it happened, and then all the glass broke and everyone fell. I mean, everyone was moving away. I thought this was the time because we were leaving.
It really wasn't.
Yeah, Bragi just now also shrinks and appears next to you.
Oh, thank God you're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the elf is, how do I say this? Let's hope the slightly enlarged ears can make him fly. Otherwise, he's fucked.
Is there anything that we could do?
Moloko tried to move out, but there is some force pushing back. It might be an invisible wall, or it might literally be force that is pushing inwards.
I guess we just try to catch him if he comes to, so it doesn't hurt that bad.
I would like to. It would not be considered a creature that is blocking us, right?
No.
No. Yeah,
It would be a force.
I would just try to ray of frost the force field to see if we can get through.
You fail to produce your magic.
I knew it. Then I slap it with my scimitar.
You slash at it with your scimitar, and it just your scimitar is being pushed back earlier than the rest of your body, and it just flings you back a bit.
I shoot it with my bow, but I might actually accidentally somehow hit Agarwean. Fuck. Agar. It did work last time.
Bragi cracks his knuckles. Shakes his back a little bit. And instead of the baby, hippo, noises like, "Hello, good sir. I got a question for you. I don't know if you are even alive or a thing or whatever you may be. But could you please let me and my acquaintances pass through?"
You feel your voice isn't reaching as far as you hoped, and it just vanishes in the area. Nothing seems to be responding.
I walk away, go to the nearest corner I can find, and describe the dinosaur sobbing.
Oh.
Agarwean, you see the rest of the facility, all the white walls that crumbled apart. It completely fell apart, and you are now floating. At first, you were being pulled towards that those holes that you saw deep beneath the glass floor, but currently you are just in a very dark purple space, flying around, and you see the miniature disc also begin to float, but it you can no longer see what's on the disc. You merely see you see it as a ball in the distance, and it's pretty small because it was already a miniature, but in the vastness that you see around you, it's even smaller.
I will slice my hand open over my armor, make a few complicated movements, and in the distance, my mage hand will appear.
Okay.
Completely made of like the blood on my hand, and as I manipulate my hand, the mage hand mimics those motions.
Okay.
Could I reach for the disc?
Yes.
And try to grasp it with like my mage hand and pull it towards me in that way.
Okay. That is easily done. You weren't that quickly gone. Like it's not as if you suddenly started to fall. It was more like a drift away from everything.
Falling in style.
Yeah. So it's within 30 feet, and you grab it, and the mage hand pulls it towards you. It is producing the orb in front of you. It has become like a translucent, semi-translucent orb. You can barely make out that there is a light in it.
I'll try to. I'll try to get in.
Okay. You try to move towards it, and you suddenly shrink, and you are at the edge, the other edge than the others, but you are inside, and you feel yourself being drained quite quickly, as the others also start feeling more and more of the drain.
Can you get towards the portal?
I'll try. What?
You wouldn't be able to see each other because it's pretty dark in
Oh.
the.
But do we have a feeling that he's near us now, or do we just not know?
You only feel very drained, and you gather that it might become damaging, permanently damaging, or at least
Oh yeah, no, you said it now.
damaging.
Moloko, are you anywhere? Can you hear me?
And your voice carries in Moloko. Very faintly, you hear a voice. You only hear like the end tail of the. Like you hear me.
What direction?
He's at the opposite side of the portal.
I cast message and I try to reach him that way, just in case. I know magic isn't working, but I'm trying anyway.
You even fail to produce the magic.
Damn it. Okay.
You gather that whenever you cast magic, something here is absorbing it.
Mm,
Moloko would be probably the only one to notice it. You see, as Riz tried to cast magic, slight droplets of that strange liquid appeared on the ground. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. It makes the thing go. Okay, got it.
yeah. Would technically spaghetti that came out of a bag, with spaghetti is technically not magic, but the bag is magic. Would that work, you think?
You gather that it might not be smart to try to produce magic here, or to produce your spaghetti from your pouch.
Bragi is gonna like it doesn't hurt him as much, but it still hurt him. Still hurts him a little bit. What he's gonna do, and he also knows he now has like an infinite bag of spaghetti. He dumps all the remaining spaghetti in his pants on the ground, and the spray softens the landing a little bit.
What?
The
That's the opposite of what.
spaghetti is out, people. The pan spaghetti.
Yeah, but I still have the normal spaghetti stuck to my pants, you know. So it's technically not magic.
You're not opening the bag. Okay, thank God.
No, I'm not opening the bag. No. It's just like it's not that much anymore. But yeah, my original plan was just dump fuckload of spaghetti out of the bag. But yeah, that's not the smartest idea.
It comes out of your pants.
Okay, you produce your pan spaghetti.
Pan spaghetti.
I just spray softens the landing.
I'm not leaving without him. Where is he?
As you say that, you each take 1 point of, I would say, necrotic damage, as you feel part of your life is being sucked dry by this, and your magic is starting to, or your connection to magic is starting to feel weaker.
I will at least produce the vampiric cup in here, so it loses its magical properties.
Okay, you produce it. Make
What?
a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, that's fun. That can only go
Also,
right.
you grab this from the bag of holding.
No. Oh shit! It's in there, isn't it?
Yep.
That's silly.
So I would also like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no! Opening a bag of holding.
I mean, that's like the natural one wisdom save right there. Is opening a bag of holding.
Did you roll a natural one? Oh no!
16 on the dex save though. It's like, should I do this? Yeah. What's the worst? I just need to get rid of this magic from this cup. Just completely in the bag of holding. It's
as you
the thing to do.
As you open the bag, you feel everything being drained out of the bag, and the bag itself is being completely torn apart, and you feel a massive, like as if some very dense thing has just vanished, and therefore you're being like it's being imploded, and you're being pulled towards it, and you manage to barely make out most of the damage. As you take, that's not bad. So that would be 32, but then halved.
Holy
to 16 force damage as you're being flung across, because you're suddenly being pulled towards where your bag was with massive force, and all the magical items just scatter all over, or all the magical items that you had scatter all over, and all the other items are just completely crushed.
Completely correct. Like you see this stack of parchment just like implode, every sheet of paper just shredding itself to bits, a pot of iron just denting in, my rations just disappearing, crowbar rolling itself up into oblivion. Oops.
You definitely heard that noise. There was a sudden boom.
Oh, good. I'm not alone.
And you suddenly see like the elf passing by your vision as he's flying through the air.
Holy! Do we see this too?
Yeah.
This is literally the gif that you sent with Woody and Buzz.
Agarwean, as you land, you take another point of bludgeoning damage.
Can I
on the ground. I should have thought that through. Fuck.
No, he's too far to try to grab.
My dumbass almost said I cast Mage Hand, but never mind. I'm too reliant on magic. Oh my god. I'm neither. Oh, but no, wait, I am dumb. Agarwean, get up! Come over here.
That's the entire point.
Sorry, what the fuck did I? Was that me?
I don't know, but we need to leave. I'm glad you're okay though.
Yeah. Well, same.
That's for later. Okay.
All of you take another point of necrotic damage. Agarwean, you as well.
Oh no.
See, we need to leave now.
How are you? Where are we? Let me get my bearings. What's
Wait,
happening?
I don't know how much hit points you have, but I rolled a 1 on a dice, just so you know.
Oh no.
How much was the force damage again?
The force damage was 15 or 16 because it was 32 halved. Then another 1,
Mm-hmm.
17,
and now another 1.
18.
Yep. I'm doing great, you guys.
Let's leave this place and then we'll talk.
Yeah. How are we gonna get out of here?
Portal.
Portal, please, portal now.
Okay. You move through the open doorway.
I found out that the properties of a bag of holding are temporary in this environment. Let's just carry on.
You do know that all your stuff is still scattered all around here.
What is in there? Oh god,
The orb,
orb.
and the goblet, at least.
I look for the orb. You're completely right.
The scarab.
The orb is most important to me. I don't know what the rest.
The rest doesn't matter. The orb, yes.
Oh, not your blood cup.
No, fuck it.
It's just a regular cup now, I think.
You don't know.
Unless we see the cup, let's just move.
I would like you to roll for an investigation because you're trying to find a okay.
I'll also look for the orb.
That's good. That's dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, between the two of you, you managed to find both the orb and the cup, but not the golden statue of the scarab.
Okay.
You were already helping someone, so
Wait, did someone
If-
have advantage then?
yeah, you.
Oh, I had
Riz, I
advantage.
thought.
I did not roll with advantage.
Oh.
I will roll again then. That's higher than before. That's an 18 plus 6 now, so 24.
Ooh, nice.
Does that
roll to
change
see.
anything?
Let's see if that changes anything. Yes. Considering I rolled a 20, I would say yes. You also find the golden statue.
Holy shit, that was some
Not too far from the orb that you found.
Yeah, agreed. Let's go. Just put the orb and
You-
the scarab underneath the arm.
You rush through, and just before you take another 3 damage,
Oh god, 3?
3 necrotic damage. But you all manage to get through, and you find yourself in a slightly dark environment. See? Yeah. That's it. You find yourselves somewhere at the bottom here. As you just rush through and you all run and you just glide over these stones and just stumble inside this large open space.
All right. Do we feel any more sucking of energy?
No.
Okay, that's good. I think.
And you have the feeling that your magic has been returned to you as well.
I cast message towards Bragi. Does my magic
Okay.
work again?
I'm hearing voices. What?
Okay, good. I mean, is this a good room to start in next week?
Yeah, sure.
I'll quickly draw on my inner strength and cure wounds myself.
Oh god, yes,
Okay.
please do. Are you okay, Agarwean?
Yeah.
Is it Agarwean or Agarwean? Wait, fuck. Agarwean. Jesus. Are you okay? What happened to the bag?
It kind of just imploded.
Back up.
Oh. I think we got off easy there. I think we were pretty damn lucky. No. How's your wounds? You okay?
I'm okay. Don't worry about me.
I worry about everyone. All right.
After you briefly cure yourself, you look around this room and you notice a strange, large, very large cavern, and you see at the top of what you assume this cavern to be, several hundreds of feet, you see bright, wide clouds, and you see floating not too far above you a few islands with a purple sheen.
Floating islands, or are they stuck towards a wall or something?
They're floating, but there seems to be something dangling at the sides. No, you gather it to be the chains and the floating islands where you began today's journey. You're at least back somewhere in reality.
Back to reality.
Oops, there goes gravity.
But what this room hides, we will find out next week.
Yes, please.
That was
Indeed.
lore heavy, and I loved every single second of it.
It was, and it was, you made some pretty dangerous choices.
Nah.
I was so hoping that one of you, mostly either Bragi or you, Riz, like Riz tried to make that coin appear.
Yeah, like
Like,
make something happen.
Nah, you assume Bragi is nah.
Also, so just as me speaking, I thought opening, or at least like ripping a bag of holding in a space like the astral sea or the plane of negativity would have made a tiny nuke.
Well,
That's what I thought was gonna happen. When you said I opened the bag of holding, I thought, oh my god, he's dead.
He's just
I
gone.
legitimately
if he
thought
had opened it in the astral sea, yes.
Okay.
But the plane of negativity just absorbed everything, single bit of it in an instant, which caused more of an implosion than a large nuke.
Oh my god.
It was just a very dense object that suddenly disappeared. It wasn't going to be a nuke.
I hate to do this because we're, out of session right now. But didn't Bragi and Moloko eat spaghetti in the astral sea?
Not in the astral sea.
Oh,
that was
In the
that
clouds
was the plane
or
of
in
shadow.
No, I mean
That was the Shadowfell.
Oh, that was the shit. No, when we took a long rest.
Yeah.
Oh no, but you were protected by the glass.
Oh, okay. So
It was your 20 that made it happen, that shattered your protection from the astral sea.
Got it. Yes. Okay.
And that's why you could just use magic and pull things out of your bags of holding again. Normally.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. The stream is still going.
Kill it now.
we should have
Good run. It's a good run.
we should have a witty outro or something.
Good.
I'm yeah. You know what? Let's open this bag of holding in this astral sea, and then just the stream ends. Implodes. To be fair, I don't think it really matters because there's 4 people watching, and I'm one of them, and I think, like,
I'm also one of them. Yeah.
one of us is not even watching the stream.
Why would I watch the stream?
Who's not watching? Who's
I-
throwing?
I have the stream open in case some asshole comes in and starts chatting something that should not be chatted. I was kind of doing some moderating. Streaming.
Well, I hope those that did watch, I don't know if there is still someone watching, but if you are still watching, thank you very much for watching. This was our first attempt. We will try to stream every Monday, but we won't stream at Christmas and at New Year's.
So
We
next,
might try to figure something else out. I talked about it with one of us. If you are one of the 3 people, I don't know.
I mean,
One of the 4, 5 currently. Wow.
oh, 5
That's
currently.
Sheesh.
maybe all of us.
I think so.
Probably.
Not me.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well,
see,
thank you very much for
watching.
watching.
We got a few right at the end.
It's me on my phone now.
Aww.
No, it's not. I wish.
Anyway, I think. Well, I don't know what you think, but these people are quite crazy.
Yes, probably so.
Probably so, yeah.
I think we can leave it at that. If
Sure.
if the people that are still watching are willing to, we will stream next Monday. I think we will try to hit 8
Yes.
again.
that's the goal.
Sometimes it doesn't really happen, but sometimes it will.
Join us next week for a possible TPK. Goodbye.